Today we're diving into one of the world of much anticipated sports dramas, Real Kashmir Football Club, inspired by the incredible true story of the first professional football club from Jammu and Kashmir. The series brings to life a team built on grit, a team built on community and pure heart, a team that rose from adversity to challenge to the national stage. This is not just a show about football, it's a story about resilience, belonging, and the people who believed in a dream when everything around them said otherwise. And joining me today are the brilliant artists who've shaped this world on screen. We have with us Manav Kaul, bringing depth and quiet power to this role, and Mohammed Zeeshan portraying passion, persistence, and emotional backbone of this team. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
Now, when you saw the script, perhaps, what made you think that this is a story that you both need to be a part of, and this needs to be told, and this needs to be on screen?
Sir.
I think the introduction that you just gave, I think as soon as I got to know about the idea of this club, I did not know about the club before I read the script, before I met them. And I was like, okay, this is a great story about resilience, the humanity, about Kashmiri culture, and about this club. So instantly I was like, principally I'm there, I want to be a part of this and I will be part of this. So it was instant.
All right, and for you, sir, on the heels of especially the success of Baramulla as well, this one?
Yeah, I think I had no idea about football in Kashmir, and I had no idea about the club. But the moment I got to know about this, I started researching about this, and I thought that यार अभी तक ये बनाया क्यों नहीं किसी ने, इतना अच्छी कहानी है. So I called Mahesh sir and Kilian and I said I want to be part of this, whatever capacity. So I'm happy to be part of this.
All right, and when you talk about the filming process, are there parts that you perhaps envisioned differently and it showed up differently? What is that process entirely like?
No, I think that was in sync completely. I think all of us were on the same page, and which is, I think, the most important thing. There were no conflicts or confusions or any sort of things. I think we knew that this is the story that we want to tell, and this is how we want to tell. So I think we were on the same page.
What do you think, sir?
I think casting was amazing. You know, it was local Kashmiri kids, and also the casting of all the players. It was crucial because मतलब आप फुटबॉलर को आप थोड़ी एक्टिंग करवा सकते हो, बट एक्टर से जो फुटबॉल नहीं खेलता उससे फुटबॉल नहीं खिला सकते. सो इट वाज वेरी क्रूशियल हाउ टू कास्ट ऑल दोज पीपल हु कैन प्ले फुटबॉल एंड ऑल्सो कैन एक्ट. सो आई थॉट which Mahesh sir and everyone, they did very fabulous job.
What you're saying कि आप perhaps एक actor को football खिलवाना वो बहुत difficult challenge हो सकता है. I'm sure you must have faced a lot of such challenges as well. I'll come to that in a bit, but I want to ask you, if you had to really give an elevator pitch, one scene that perhaps encapsulates the soul of this entire series, what would you say that is?
I think the story of the club, how it was formed and how it went along and eventually succeed with all the problems and nobody had faith in that. And still मतलब जैसे हम अभी बोलें कि I want to create a football club in say Bombay. It's actually very difficult. And now अभी हम बोलेंगे कश्मीर में करते हैं. So मतलब so to just basically make the club, make it work, and make it profitable also. At the same time, everyone should like it, love it, and everyone should back it. It's an amazing story in itself.
Right, and of course, I'm assuming that there's this whole balancing act of the social context as well as the sport. So how do you decide what is to be put on the foreground? What to focus on more? I'm sure it's not an easy task. It must be a tightrope to walk.
No, I think we were not trying to balance anything as such. It was more like that the basic idea is of a club, and the journey that we have tried to cover while talking about the club. I think that has its own socio-political, economic scenarios, and I think that is the beauty, and that is why we cannot point out one scene that can give the gist of the show. I think each and every journey talks about the people of Kashmir, and so I think that was the beauty, and we were not trying to balance anything. It just kept flowing, and it's like his conflict is different, my conflict is different, Aman's conflict is different. All the players have different conflict, and we were not shying away to show them on screen.
All right. And when you talk about the people and the stories that you're bringing to life, how much of that do you, how do you decide how much of it you will stay true to, how much needs probably a little more theatricization? How do you balance that?
I think it's Simab's job, and Simab is a writer, and he has done a great job. And also, I feel that this is based on a true story, Real Kashmir Football Club. But also, the fiction has this quality to make things much better and also dramatic. So eventually, through fiction, we have said much more. Like we have gone into every player's life, and it's all fictionalized, but also because it's based on a true story, it works.
All right. So that's how it works. These are based on true stories, and then
you fictionalize it because you want to say much more, and also it's 8 episodes. You have to create a lot of drama. You have to create an episode, and every episode has to work. It has to entertain. End of the day, the story has to work, and it's a huge responsibility. I mean, true stories, like if we say the story as it is, it's boring. That's why writer is so important. That's why Simab is so important. That's why the vision of Mahesh is so important. That's why we act. You know, I mean, I act as Suresh and he act as, like, you know, Sohail. So I think that's how the fiction is great, that we entertain you end of the day.
All right, absolutely. So entertainment, but also the social context remains very much intact. You've spoken about working with people there locally as well. What sort of a cultural impact do you think that had on you, just this entire experience?
I think it's quite a difficult thing to answer, honestly, because I can resonate with the basic problems that people are going through on a very basic level. I think they have much more hardship than us. We have easy lives here in Delhi or Bombay or anywhere. So I think, but the kind of hospitality that was there, I think it's beautiful. I haven't seen the whole community, everyone just being there for you and trying to help you out as much as possible, and to understand that their reaction to certain things is quite different from how we would react because of the scenario. And so I think I'm still trying to understand and learn that what Kashmir really is.
All right. And as you mentioned earlier, of course, picking the right players, picking the right cast, of course, that was a challenge. That being said, what do you think some of the other logistical challenges when you are trying to bring a sports drama like that to life?
I mean, that I had no idea, because I'm just part of the whole series as an actor. So I was just playing my role. Logistically, maybe you need to talk to Mahesh sir.
Right. All right. And for you, when you are getting ready for your respective roles, what does it really take for you to get into the shoes of the character that you are playing? And is it really made out to be all that it appears to be?
What appears to be? Sorry?
I'm saying, what is the process of getting into a role? Is it very easy for you? Because I'm assuming everyone's process would be rather different as well.
Yeah. And also, it depends on who is the director, who has written this thing. Because Real Kashmir Football Club is such a well-written script that if you just follow the director's and writer's, voice, you are in good hands. You don't need to do so much. Like it's very similar that when I can talk about him. When I was working with him as an actor, I don't need to act, because we both are reacting to something which is already given in the scene. But then when we're working with non-actor, you have to act, you have to process and you have to think more, because you have to deliver. But it's the same thing. When you have a very good script, your work is as an actor very less. You just have to follow and correctly and just say the lines with as authentically as possible. So this was the case in this. So I think I was very happy with the script, with everything else. I worked with, and also in Kashmir, great weather, great food. So you can see on my face that I was so happy just being there and performing.
All right. And what makes a good script for you, like he's saying?
I think it's the intent at the end of the day. I think that is the most important thing. So I think Mahesh sir, Seema, Killian, everyone, the whole team, they knew what they want to narrate. So I think it was very easy in that sense. And as I said earlier also, that we were on the same page. So we knew, okay, this is how we need to go forward, move forward. And this is the scene, and what is the best way to communicate this idea that this scene is trying to communicate? That is the target. So by hook or crook, you have to get it right, and that is there. And I think the intent was great while making this show, and that is the most important thing according to me.
All right. So we're also talking about this being an OTT show, and we were discussing earlier how theatre perhaps affects your body of work. Do you think that's true? Because you have some opinions on that as well.
No, I said, like, if you make a great show and you enjoy making a great show, it will affect whatever you do in your life. So it doesn't mean that because you do theatre, you are a good actor or you do great in cinema. I think it's something you enjoy. If you enjoy making dal and you make a great dal, it will affect how you live otherwise also, if that is what you do in life. So I feel that there are bad actors in theatre, there are bad actors in cinema. It doesn't matter. So first of all, what I don't like it, how people see theatre as like a sympathetic medium, like, oh my God, oh, wo theatre karta hai bichara. And I think I hate that. Theatre in itself, it's not there to prepare you for films. No, theatre is there to have. It's one of the best medium. People who are doing it, it's great. And cinema is also different. Everything is different. But also, I enjoy doing theatre. That's why I do theatre. And nothing else. There is nothing more to it.
All right. And do you view it similarly?
Yeah, I think, see, all these are different art forms. I don't know why people try and compare them with each other. And as he has rightly said, I think, and especially for an actor, I think theatre is the medium. Because this is eventually director's medium.
But I defy that theatre is also director's medium.
But no, I think eventually, this is what I believe in. Eventually, I am the last, as an actor, you are the last medium to communicate that to an audience. I think the designing part, director is there, the vision, what they want to communicate. But in cinema, your reaction might get edited, or the narration is completely controlled by the editor, actually, not just the director. On stage, it's you and the audience. You have a responsibility. You have something that a director and writer has given you, and you are the final medium to give that to serve that to the audience. And they should get all the rus and everything that you need to communicate. So I think that gives you that sense of responsibility also, and it adds something. But it does not have anything directly to do with cinema. I think cinema is a different medium, and it has its own craft, even in terms of performances. Like, we have seen so many examples that someone is great on stage, and as soon as that person comes in front of camera, you are like, I don't know, not liking that person.
Sometimes it's hard to translate that.
Yeah, and at the same time, there are so many actors who are, vice versa, they're so good. But as soon as they come on stage, you are like, huh? What are they doing? So they are different medium. People get confused because it came out of theatre, the filmmaking. It started, and most of the people who are doing theatre, they started doing that because it has some sort of similarities, an amalgamation of all the art forms. So people get confused, but I think they are different, and they should be kept different.
All right, and a story like the Real Football Club, this Kashmir Football Club, of course, it has the potential, it holds the potential to really mobilize a lot of grassroots programs as well. So, what do you think of the potential that it holds? And what sort of an impact do you think this can have on the people and how we talk about Kashmir beyond the headlines, beyond the politics?
It's a difficult one. See, I think we can only hope that it does that, because I think the real value has been added by something like RKFC. Like, it was first professional club, but it's not like that. That is the only club right now. It has already people have started making new clubs in Kashmir only, and I think for us it was important to communicate that to the world, and that story was there. And as Manav already mentioned, that किसी ने बनाई क्यों नहीं अभी तक? It was supposed to be in the open, out there in the open, so that people can get motivated. I'm sure there are so many people who are thinking that we should do something, and you just take one step back and you are like, maybe this is not the right time. And when you watch something like this, an inspirational story like this, you might get that little boost that you needed. I hope that the show does that, and people might get motivated, and on grassroots level, people will start promoting new sports also, not just football, maybe different sports also.
How do you feel about this?
I think stories are very, very important, and different stories are very important. I think we understand, cities, countries, lives through stories. End of the day, if there's a good story, we take it seriously. I find this story is such an important story, because story is not about him or Sirish or Sohail. It is a story about different lives, and also women in football, there are wives. So there are so many stories, and also it goes into this mundane day-to-day life of Kashmiri people, which we miss, because we always see the headlines and certain stories which is very cliche, but this is actually day-to-day mundane life which we're talking about, and it's very inspiring, and it's great stories, and you find that this is us, this is everyone's story.
And how do you think this entire story has inspired you? Do you think it's changed the way perhaps you would look at scripts going forward and the kind of roles that you will take as well?
I mean, not like that, because you take every project differently, and like if you're doing comedy, you don't, like if you do a serious subject, you don't just discard all the comedies. You want to do something else, because as the same thing, because as an actor we have this privilege that we live different lives. I don't want to live the same life in acting. Like anyway, I'm living the same life in Manav as Manav. Kitna, at least as an actor, I should play
so
different
you get the
roles.
opportunity to live a different life every now and then as well.
It's therapeutic. It's something that I cherish, I value a lot.
Alright, so how do you also balance getting very emotionally attached perhaps to a character or a script or a story, as opposed to seeing it just as a project and this is something that also needs to be done? Do you think that's difficult? Or
I think we both have crossed that age.
Alright.
Yeah, slowly you train yourself to be able to,
because of first work, first this thing, first play, you get attached, you want people to say it, you think that now, and then you want, like after a month also, people should talk about that, the play I did. But ऐसा होता नहीं है. Play, you learn this lesson.
And you also start moving forward. You are like, okay,
you also get
I need to explore something new. Like what he was saying for the last answer, I think that is the thing. You are like, oh, okay, now it's done. Okay, what's new?
What's next?
I want to explore something.
So over the years, you've probably learned to be more detached.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Alright.
I think it's kind of something in between.
You
are attached, but at the same time you are like, no, I'm not interested, and it's that love and hate kind of a relationship with your character after it's done. Because sometimes you see it, you are like, we had so much fun while doing this, and then it's like, okay, people are not accepting this. It's okay, but then you are like, but why are they? Why not this character? This was so good. So it's a very intriguing thing, and I think that is the fun part of being an actor.
So you have to constantly tell yourself to not get too attached also. So it's a constant dialogue then.
In between, it's fun. It's fun.
All right. So how much do you think social media and digital platforms have affected the way stories are received now? What kind of stories are made? How people respond to them?
Bhai sahab.
I
think.
पर आपको तो immediate feedback मिल जाता होगा उस चीज़ का.
नहीं, immediate also, like things we are changing very fast as far as digital world is concerned, very fast, and we still understanding what is working, what is not working, and we are all assuming right now that, oh, in China, you know, that vertical format is working, so let's do vertical stories. Oh, here, but you don't know actually, and we are all guessing. And the good part is, in all that people started reading more, books are in fashion, people started watching more theatre, people started going to live events more, there are stand-up boom, there is live music people are going to. You have no idea how much live art is celebrating. So the great point which I can see which is happening right now rather than assumptions, that the live format is working beautifully and theatre is working beautifully. We are going to, you know, Jaipur, Lucknow, Bangalore, and we are doing houseful shows of experimental theatre, and I think that is a great thing. So I'm happy about it. People should be on the phone.
Now that is the special thing, no?
Special, and
being
also
away from.
No, but also the amount of people who are reading. You know, Vinod Kumar Shukla got 30 lakhs rupees का royalty for 9 months का sale of single book. दीवार में खिड़की रहती थी. It's कभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं. लोग कहते हैं ना कि पहले पढ़ते थे, अब नहीं पढ़ता. It never happened. This is the first time this happened. और लोगों ने तो accuse किया लोगों को कि अरे नहीं बिकी नहीं. And this guy is showing कि it's all sale. I'm not giving it from my own pocket.
Right.
It's all, I mean, I don't want to talk about how much I got, but people are getting a lot of money from Hindi books. It never happened. So I think we should celebrate this. I mean, that's great. People are reading, and I'm happy about, and also young people are reading.
Right.
That is very good. So we have future, great future.
I believe that also has something to do with all this conversation surrounding doom scrolling and brain rot. So people are actively trying to fight that as well, especially Gen Z. They're very particular about what they're consuming also.
But also it's one very good thing. See, we all like get nostalgic about, oh yaar, bookstore band ho rahe hain yaar. Bookstore band ho rahe hain. And people have no idea how bookstore actually harmed people.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll tell you this, that the person, like Jacinta Kerketta, I'll give you an example. A person who has, she's from Chhattisgarh, she's writing poetries in Chhattisgarh. आप किसी भी किताब की दुकान पे चले जाओ, जसिंता केरकेट्टा बहुत मुश्किल से मिलेगी. But आपको all the famous writers so called और translation of other writers सब मिल जाएंगे. But book store कभी नहीं रखेगा जो नहीं बिकता है, या जो rare किताबें नहीं रखेगा, because उसको नहीं बिकती है, उसका नहीं निकलेगा किराया. But the idea is, how will I read Jacinta Kerketta? How will people know about Jacinta Kerketta when you don't show the book? Through digital, through Amazon, it happened that anyone can buy Jacinta Kerketta anywhere in India. So I find it's very democratic now.
Right.
That a new writer can come and sell, at least can show the book, that here you will get my book, and it will deliver to your house.
All right.
But bookstore ने कभी ऐसा नहीं किया. So the idea of romanticism of a bookstore, I find it, I mean, that's great.
Seems a little suspect.
So, no, I mean, that's great that there are books, you can go and you can buy, but you always end up going to buy Orhan Pamuk or, you know, Sapiens or all the famous writers. Tolstoy और उसकी कहानी हिंदी में जो आती हैं कहानियाँ, या आप क्या कहते हैं, जितने भी फेमस जो राइटर्स हैं जो पढ़े जा रहे हैं, वो सब आपको मिलेंगे, लेकिन आपको कभी भी वो रेयर लोग मिलेंगे नहीं.
Social media, the great democratizer. Of course. Now,
it has plus and minus point, but
absolutely,
I think
as is the case with any medium, as we were discussing earlier as well. You mentioned vertical formats also. Have you heard about micro dramas?
I know, I heard about it.
Would you ever want to be part of a micro drama or produce one?
I mean, I don't have that much time that I can do this, that, and theatre and films. But if something exciting comes, I don't mind anything, because it's a new world.
वो तो और छोटा है. 3 दिन में पूरा शूट हो जाता है.
Yeah.
It's a real format.
Real format.
I mean,
so I might like give one reaction by the time the episode is over.
No, then also the storytelling has to be that succinct and crisp. So would you want to be part of micro dramas?
Definitely, why not? It actually, I think what has happened in recent years, I think we have started focusing too much on the how we present something, on the how. What is more important? I think the story that you are trying to tell, I think that is more important. So if there is something which will work, like 8 years back, or 8 or 9 years back, if someone was saying that, oh, there is something called OTT platforms, people are like, who would do that?
Yeah.
But now everyone is going there because it has its own stories to tell. It's a long format kind of a thing. Sometimes there will be a few stories which needs 8 to 10 episodes to understand what is happening in their lives. There will be some stories. I don't know. I'm not a writer. Maybe he can put some light on that.
I find
There will be some
series is like novels, big novels.
Right.
So if you love novels, you will watch a lot of series like Chernobyl. I think that's a great novel, and I have seen Chernobyl as I read novels.
All right, so these are like trilogies and series like Harry Potter, and of course that's very true. Now I want to just do a quick rapid fire with the two of you.
Wow, he's very good.
Oh wow!
Rapid
Thank
fire.
you, thank you.
All right, let's get right into this. In this entire process, is there a training habit or any sort of a habit that you've picked up from a player that you'll probably keep forever?
A sports person?
Yes.
Any?
Yeah.
I think.
If you were researching all the people that you've been
I
with.
mean, I'm not talking about the show or football. I think because of Federer, I play tennis a lot, and I play single-handed backhand, which is rare now. But yeah, because of Federer.
All right, that's lovely. You?
I don't know. I think now that time for me is gone to get inspired by the players. Because in the show we were not playing.
But did you see something that you thought, okay, that's really...
Yeah, they were doing amazing things. They were doing cycling kicks and the kind of game that was happening in front of us. I think that was superb. So that was beautiful, and I really enjoy watching football. So that was a pleasure, that watching something live. Maybe that is something. I would love to watch more matches live, in being there in the stadium.
In
and
person.
Not just watching it on television, not the telecast.
All right, and a scene that looks serious but was actually hilarious behind the camera. Is there one like that?
Yeah.
There are lots of scenes which we have done together.
Yeah, many.
All the scenes actually.
Actually, almost all the scenes.
because I had this habit of, laughing in the scene in between, and if I get this habit, and it's very difficult to stop.
Oh.
And with him, I think it's very difficult to act, because sometimes I can't look at his eyes, like because I know I'm going to laugh. So
it's a laughing fit and then you can't
I know,
control it.
it's a laughing fit. So it was difficult. And also we are good friends. We know each other from, like when he was in NSD, I met him for the first time there. So we know each other. We know each other's friends. So it's very difficult for us to
Camaraderie.
control. Yeah, bad habits.
No, actually, almost all the scenes.
All the scenes. We will
We were
laugh.
laughing like anything, and
We have to
most of
stop
them-
it. Like we have to tell each other, please,
Yeah, bas
please,
bas karna hai, shoot karna hai.
enough.
Chalo, khatam karo abhi isko. I can imagine. Now, also, you can't give a soundtrack that's already a part of the series, because that's going to be considered a cop-out. You have to tell us, if this entire series had an anthem, what song would you pick? जो है आप वो नहीं बता सकते, obviously. Good to know you're stumped.
Dim. मैं एक मुंह पे गाना है फालतू.
मेरा भी वही हो जाएगा. मैं लगा दूंगा.
कभी नीम कभी शहद कभी तेज कभी
हाँ, कभी
नरम कभी सख्त. So this is the series.
वो बैठ सकता है.
आप agree करते हो?
हाँ, जब समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो फिर agree करना
अच्छा,
होता है.
okay.
Please ऐसा मत करो यार.
चलो ये भी cop out था, but yeah, I mean, come on, give us.
अरे यार,
There
क्या?
must be a close contender for this one.
Yeah.
नहीं मैं ना, जब आप मुझे open ground दे देते हैं, I am the worst person then, because then I cannot choose one thing at all.
All right.
तो मैं अभी मेरा दिमाग हो गया.
So you'd like to go with that answer?
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
Yeah.
ये चलेगा.
हम दोनों साथ में हैं, देखी जाएगी.
देखी
All
जाएगी.
right. And one person in this entire process, part of your team, who was the real MVP,
What is
MVP?
MVP?
the main player, the guy who really got this together.
It's Mahesh sir.
Mahesh sir.
All
The
right.
director, the
Mahesh
creator.
Matha. Yeah. He's the one.
MVP.
Most valuable player. You know what MVP is?
No.
यार ये तुमको पता क्यों नहीं है?
वैल्यूएबल प्लेयर
पूरा फुटबॉल क्लब बना दिया।
तू जब इसमें क्लास लेता था तो मैंने मिस की, इसलिए हुआ, इसलिए नहीं पता। MVP नाइस, तो वही सर डेफिनेटली
सीजन 2 में हम लोग थोड़ा सा ये सब याद रखेंगे।
हाँ MVP
या
All right. No, it's been a pleasure talking to the both of you. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us on the show. Thank you so much for your time.
थैंक यू
pleasure.